15 love.
Oh my goodness. Well,
30 love.
it was a well-intentioned drop shot, but it didn't do what it was supposed to do. But Mertens gets away with that one.
Good start here for the 19th seed, who's come into this match, lost just 6 games so far. Her form has been devastating as she makes her 10th main draw appearance here at the US Open. Reached back-to-back quarterfinals, 2019 and 2020, did the Belgian. She's rock solid, isn't she?
Yes, and just you see that backhand, just very smooth, plays within herself, and you know, and as you mentioned, she's a player that very rarely loses to players she's not supposed to lose to, because she is so solid.
We can back that up in numbers. She's played 28 matches against players ranked outside the world's top 50. She's won 26 of them this season.
And she does that so well. It's that backhand that she can redirect and take up the line. And she did it very well in her match earlier this year where she beat Bucsa. And Bucsa's got to be looking for that, because she's got...
Believe it, in her 20s. Seems like she's been around forever. She's 29. Bucsa 27, so a couple of years younger.
Love 15.
Bucsa has gained ground from last year. Lost in the opening stanza in 2024 to Sara Errani.
Love 30.
And Mertens takes the first 6 points of this encounter.
And you look at that, and that's some easy type of power.
Love 40.
And these are the times when you just got your Bucsa, so you just got to take a deep breath. You've beaten this player before. You've played 2 wonderful matches. You got to get that first point. Allow yourself to breathe. And that's the way you do it. She likes to step around and hit that forehand, and what Mertens is so good at is neutralizing that, because she does use her backhand so well.
Give us your thoughts, Elise, in the early stages here of where this match will be won and lost.
I think it's going to be won on how Mertens controls the court. Does she keep Bucsa off balance? Does she not allow her to get around and try to hit that? The inside-out forehand is really the shot where she does most of her damage. And if she can she neutralizes that, you would think that she's going to be very comfortable.
Oh, what a point. Unbelievable. And that, Elise, is just a perfect point, isn't it, from Elise Mertens, who just does a really good impression of a brick wall.
And in the notes that I made when they previously played, how she got herself out of trouble with that squash shot. And she's doing it again. When she's pulled wide, she's just making a artwork out of it. And it's a shot that's being implemented by more and more players now. Going, whether it's the squash shot or even slicing the forehand, you rarely saw that. But there's so much power in the game that players are learning to keep their opponents at bay, throwing in some other things.
Mira Andreeva does that really well, doesn't she? Out of the forehand corner when she's stretched, uses that squash-like shot. Ayo Ito from Japan pretty much exclusively uses that shot on the forehand side. Very rarely hits over the ball. I've seen the young Japanese player play, and you should if you haven't, because it's quite something. That's the shot I think you were talking about, the inside-out forehand from Bucsa.
Yep, and when she has time, when she can set up, she hits it hard, she hits it flat, and she's very good off of that. And Mertens doesn't hit a lot of spin on her shots, so unless she's moving you around, Mertens cannot really overpower you, and Bucsa knows that, so that's what she's going to be looking for.
Oh, what a point. That's incredible.
Well, we said it was going to be strategic, and there's no question about it. Mertens threw everything to keep herself in that point. Slices, the drop shot. It was just a brilliant point.
I need to teach Cristina Bucsa the through the legs, the tweener.
Yeah.
She might have got that one back. It was the only chance, but what a point. We saw Bucsa hitting the inside out 3 times there. Mertens just doing everything she could to get back in play.
30-15.
The other thing, at least I think, about Elise Mertens is how fit she is.
Yeah, and both of them incredibly fit.
Ooh. 40-15.
Wow, 113. And that's something that Mertens can do. Can ramp up the speed on the serve, not consistently.
One of the best ever doubles players, isn't she? Absolutely fantastic on the doubles court. She's just teamed up with Veronika Kudermetova to win the Wimbledon Championships.
There you go. Just nicely struck. That forehand hard and flat.
40-30.
And she's recognizing, if I'm going to get on the scoreboard, I'm going to have to play points like this. And it's going to be grueling. But she's talked about, Bucsa, how her father, who was a biathlete, came from an endurance sport and just got that ingrained in her mind from babyhood, pretty much, how you have to be fit, how you have to have the endurance, no matter what sport you're participating in. There he is.
Is he on in the glasses and the white hat? Advising Cristina what he wants more from her.
Game.
Oh, great power. Let's see what that one comes up. 109. It's not her biggest serve, but Elise Mertens, when she wants to, can absolutely pull the trigger. So 3-love for the Belgian. Bucsa has played a great 3 games and has absolutely nothing to show for it. It's another packed out day here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Centre. Day 6 of main traction. And we're on women's singles here. Cristina Bucsa looking to get on the board. She's been playing well.
15-love.
And she's got to play even better, Elise Bergen, to try and get a gain here.
Yeah, and she's just playing a brick wall right now in Mertens, who is just finding that middle ground of playing so consistently, but also picking up the pace. And Bucsa, you can see she's just feeling that pressure. She wants that forehand. She wants to hit that inside-out forehand. But Mertens is just so smart, and she knows how to neutralize that. And Bucsa's just got to recognize that her time's going to come. She's playing very well. Just got to stick with it.
(30-15).
Cristina Bucsa has won exactly half of her 50 matches so far this season. Recently in Monterrey in Mexico, where she qualified, was beaten by Alicia Parks, 2-1.
30-all.
Parks was on that day.
Yeah, and if you look at what Bucsa's done all year, she has just been grinding it out in qualifyings. I mean, played double-digit qualifying events.
Some of the cutoffs on the WTA side have been so incredibly high. Really big names at qualifying in Berlin at 500 level this season.
She's been in the top 100 all year, but now, of course, I have gotten out of the math business, but by my, you can take this for what it's worth, that it was at least 15 qualifyings, I believe, that she played.
Wow.
Yes.
That's how good it needs to be. Right at the beginning of the year, Elise, she was 103. Right at the beginning of the year, she's been around the top 100, you're right, since then, really, since February.
Just wonderful movement from Mertens, just getting herself out of trouble. The problem for Mertens is when she plays the huge hitters, the elite players in the game, doesn't possess that firepower that's needed to break through. She's had her wins, but overall, I mean, throughout her career, that's been the stumbling block, because she's so good.
Yes.
You can almost bank on her, can't you? Winning against the people she should, but then having a tough time against the Sabalenkas, the Rabakinas.
if they're having their good days, I mean, they win these matches.
There's Elise Mertens' boyfriend and coach, Christopher. Seems to be a really good relationship. She's gone through a few coaches in her career.
Advantage.
Find that right combination. Mertens' top 10 record, so against top 10 players. She's won 12 matches in her career, lost 45. Most recently beat Bagula in Rome this year.
Yep. It's just beautifully done. And for most of you, 12 wins over top 10 players. I would have taken it.
Me too. Didn't get anywhere close. How many did you have? Do you remember?
I don't know. A couple. I remember in one. I do remember one event where I had 2 in the same event. Beyond that,
Wow.
I can't. That may have been
We'll
the
just
only
remember
2.
that
We'll just
that
say
week.
we know there were at least 2, and then the rest of the career happened.
Which was excellent.
Advantage.
So,
Bucsa.
the premier sport for women in the world.
For me, there will always be Houston. Some people say Paris. I say Houston.
Houston, we don't have a problem.
Yeah,
Oh, terrific work from Bucsa. Went with the forehand up the line a couple of
That's
times.
3 games to 1.
Survived a couple of break points against and a little racket shake. It's only recently that Cristina Bucsa's had a racket sponsor. She's playing with quite an old racket for a while, and as calm as she is, I believe she actually broke a racket when I was watching her a couple of years ago. I was so shocked it was completely out of character. Don't forget you can download the US Open app to follow your favourite players, track scores and stats, watch match highlights, get player news, watch live 3D views of all singles matches. It's available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And because I'm in the know, she also has a clothing sponsor. So and
Things are looking up.
Yep, the Singapore company.
We know that world #1 doubles player Taylor Townsend doesn't have a clothing sponsorship, so she took matters into her own hands and designed one herself.
And some of those and Vekic did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, some players are doing that, and for Bucsa, it's a former player.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh, that's so good. And it's like country club
40
like Dasha, so wearing it well. Not that we're in the promo department here, but I think
Other brands are available.
A little plug can't hurt.
It's just incredible, isn't it? These superstar athletes, you know how incredibly fit and good they are. And they're struggling to find clothing and racket sponsorships.
Yeah, Mertens.
Well, that was
Mertens
routine,
leads.
and
4 games
Mertens
to 1.
delighted. Looks at her coach and boyfriend a little with frustration after losing the only game so far, but she's back on track. Another love hold for her, and a 4-1 start here. It's about 8 flavours on offer, and all of them are absolutely scrumptious. And Cristina Bucsa can be the ice queen, and she's looking to break down Elise Mertens here, serving at 1-4.
Love 15.
Mertens, wow. Well, she's played a sensational opening set here. There is a reason why she's only lost 6 games coming into this clash. It's already hit 8 winners. That's her third off her backhand side. It was Karolina Pliskova who used to call herself the ice queen on the tennis court, but fun off it. I think, Elise, that Cristina Bucsa has been urged to move forward by her dad, who's also her coach.
15.
And she does volley well. She is a good player all around, and you know, when you do have an all-around game, then you've got to go to plan B. You're a player that could go to B or C and take your chances, put some pressure on her, on your opponent, see if she can come up with those passes. You can't come in willy-nilly,
Yep.
but you can. She's got a big enough game to work her way in.
Bucsa has actually just won the doubles title in Monterrey, Mexico, teamed up with
30-15.
Nicole Melicar Martinez, and they won all 4 matches without losing a set. They won the final 2-love. Very strong doubles player.
And we were just talking about players
40-15.
using those slices where it's just becoming much more common now off the forehand side where you just didn't see that. Oh, Shriver would have been just beyond excited to watch that.
That was a bit of skill, wasn't it? She just skimmed it over the net. Had a little bit of spin on it as well, moving away. 1/2 of second serve points so far, Bucsa. 4 of 8.
40-30.
And spreading her first serve placement around. Wide body and tee on both sides. Let's see what she decides to go with here.
Hot.
That backhand was so good. And she is just so good at redirecting it and loves it down the line. And we have some fabulous backhands on tour. I'm thinking Anisimova is so good,
Yes,
taking it up the line, but Mertens is right up there.
Advantage.
Bucsa did well there with the serve, didn't she? She got Mertens to take one hand off the racket. Such was the placement. And a chance to get another ball game on the board.
Ledge for service.
Elise Mertens, who's won every doubles major, excluding Roland Garros semi-finals, is her best performance there. The clay court major, she's won Wimbledon twice and the Australian Open twice.
Oh,
It was the right idea.
it was perfect. Perfect until the final execution. But just got the great serve in. But it is not easy. Below, it's a little bit below the net, and you're trying to hit through the ball. And she's so good at slicing that forehand. You know, that would have been, you know, nice little chip slice, come in.
Advantage, Bucsa.
But at least she's got Mertens thinking. She's threatening to come in more. She's varying things up, and that's what you need. You don't want your opponent to be so comfortable that they know what's coming at them all the time.
Oh, that is terrific.
I was going to say, you come in on that backhand at your own peril. But she anticipated that. It covered the line. You know, hit the cross-court approach, which can be very dicey, and it's not recommended. But goodness me, did she cover well.
I actually thought her movement, Elise, the volley was wrong because she went sideways rather than diagonally and cut it off, but the hand skills.
Don't try that at home, kids.
8 winners now for Bucsa. She's managed to level that number of Mertens in a high-quality match. Oh, that is brilliant. She's coming into her own here, Bucsa.
Yep, and you love a match when both players can
15.
pretty much do everything. And they're both good off the ground. They can come in. They've got some variety. You see that drop shot and just deaden that ball. Watch the way she executes that. That little just knife. And it just died. So good.
Oh, well, again, she's done the right thing, and I love the way Elise, she's lost the
15
first 3 games of this match, despite doing a lot of things well, but she's completely mixing it up now.
Yep, and, you know, a couple times on that backhand side. Just got to get in there. I mean, her technique is okay on that backhand volley. Better than many that we see out there.
Yeah. Nice to see the one-hander. And that's just a top-class point, isn't it, from Mertens? She got depth and then she gave it right back.
30-15. Full 2-15.
No trouble holding serve, Mertens. As usual, she's keeping a nice high first serve percentage. She'll have to rely on her second serve. Only hit 4 so far and won 3 points.
Again, that redirect.
Ball change, please.
So good.
Another spectacular
Then
service hold
5
from
games to 2.
Elise Mertens. Bucsa playing well, but Mertens playing better. She leads 5-2 in this opening set. It has been broken once on her very first service game, and now serving to stay in this opening set at 2-5. She qualified for a major for the first time right here at the US Open in 2021. Today playing her 5th main draw US Open.
15 left.
That was probably the first time we've seen Mertens snatch at a ball, snatch at the forehand, and the forehand historically has been the side that is a little weaker. That's not her strength. That keeps her in points. And there you see 2 in a row. And we have the statistics to prove it.
That's some good stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, that she really, and is unusual, she hits, her forehand is not hit as hard as the backhand, and most players it's the opposite, but her backhand, she's averaging 64 miles an hour, 59 on the forehand. And Candy is sitting here stunned that I could actually, that I looked at those stats and got it right.
You're a stats guru. Are you going to be a data analyst?
Are you going to confirm that?
That is confirmed.
Okay.
Cristina Bucsa off the ground is hitting the ball an awful lot harder than Elise Mertens. She's about 6-7 miles an hour on both sides harder. But she's also missing more.
Yes, and knows that she's got to go for more. And if she starts executing some of these balls, you know, I'm thinking about that backhand volley she missed. There have been a couple points that she's set up and hasn't executed that we could be on serve.
Yeah, just got to keep herself in this Bucsa as long as she can. Just see if she can break back. Hasn't had a breakpoint opportunity yet.
You don't know what Chris is thinking behind those shades. But
He just looks like a cool
yeah,
character.
I was going to say, yes, we could just take him right from the court into a fashion magazine. To GQ.
Be with Taylor Fritz.
Game.
Oh, that serve must have hit the very back of the line. I think Mertens was waiting for
Netherlands leads
Hawkeye to
5
call it
minutes
out.
to 3
It
for set.
didn't. And Bucsa has done nicely. Let's ask the question here of the 19th seed, Mertens. Mertens, who said she lost count, saving those 11 match points in Bosch in the semi-final against Alexandra earlier this season. So a new record for match points saved. But she does that, doesn't she, Elise? She focuses really well, Elise Mertens. She doesn't let things kind of control her, good or bad.
Aw.
I wonder if that ball's going to go back into the 6 or if it's going to be put in the pocket.
Sometimes you see some kids and they're like ready to throw it back, like, no, 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 at the US Open, you can keep it. It's yours.
He's not sure.
Yeah, well, that was a little ambitious up the high part of the net, but that's what Mertens does to you, making you feel like you've got to go for more. And here she is on the precipice.
You've been diving into the thesaurus again, haven't you? Set points 3.
Game and first set, Mertens.
Well, that was impressive. Didn't face
6
a break
games to
point
3.
beautifully throughout that opening stanza, which lasted just under 40 minutes. Breaks once. It's a pretty perfect set by Elise Mertens, and she's well on her way to reaching the 4th round here once again.
Love 15.
Elise, let's have a chat about what Bucsa can do here to try and get on top of the second set.
Number one, she's got to play a good game to start things off because she started so slowly. Did she lose the first?
She did.
I think it was
Went down
7 points. 7 points.
Yep, 7 points in a row.
Love 30.
And she's got to cut down on the unforced errors, and you can see she is trying to get herself in, but you still got to hit. You've got to finish that shot first. You can't get into the net before you finish your approach, and she's below the net trying to hit through it and come in. That's a tall order. So trust yourself.
It's easy for us to say, isn't it, sitting in the commentary booth watching it, don't make any unforced errors, but how does she not?
Well, I mean, when I say trust yourself, you don't. She doesn't have to force things. She's hitting the ball well enough. She's in great physical condition. She can play these extended points and wait for your opportunities. Know that Mertens isn't going to really hurt you on the forehand side. She does know she's going to hurt you. She can hurt you on the backhand. So figure out, how can I get to that forehand more?
30.
And this is interesting.
Kind of like that. Just
well, actually, she just needs. It looks like she needs to extend the rally. So stay more patient, which is what you're saying. Wait for a better opportunity, because when the rallies are between 0 and 4, Mertens has won 27 of 40. When the rally goes above 5, it's even, absolutely even, 10 points apiece.
you have to have a healthy respect for your opponent.
40.
but you don't want to have too much respect, where you start playing outside of yourself. You must play in the confines of your own game, and she's got to trust that she can wait some of these points out, and still be aggressive. But on the other hand, there's a reason why Bucsa's played 15 qualifyings this year, and Mertens is 21 in the world, or wherever she is right now.
Right there. Bang on the money. Seeded 19, but ranked number 21. There's 74 places between these two in the world rankings.
Advantage Bucsa.
Representing the Spanish flag is Cristina Bucsa, born in Moldova.
I think her father was the Moldovan flag bearer.
That's right.
At least once or twice. Those Olympics. 98 and 02.
It's a lot to live up to, isn't it?
Let's.
Thought on Javier Aguirre for a bit. Alejandro Davidovich Vakina's former coach, Bucsa, was on the team for about 8 months. He is now on the bag of Hamad Majedovic.
Advantage Bucsa.
Sometimes, Elise, we see players with their father as coach or mother, but it's mostly the father, and it tends to remain that way. I'm thinking Kenin and her father.
Even if they break up, they always come back together. Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
Game Bucsa.
Well done. Cristina Bucsa had to hold off another
First
great
game,
point there, but that
second
game, we believe, will be absolutely crucial to her chances. She holds on. Got that very understated way of going about things.
But I need to get on because I'm missing, like, you know, all the family pictures, all the, I mean, yeah, I just,
Some great tidbits on there.
yeah, so.
Let's sort of proceed with caution on social media. The players often on it for their followers. There's a lot of money to be made off the court as well as on it.
And Bucsa said about social media that it is the opposite of self-care. So
she's probably right.
And I, from what we understand and what we see and the pressures that come with it, smart girl.
Yeah, let's be nice out there.
15-0.
Leading the Belgian line, isn't she, for quite some time? Elise Mertens, inspired by Kim Kleisters and Justine Henin. Does a good job of keeping herself to herself. She's a big fan of dogs, so when I see Mertens, I often talk about our dogs.
Just beautifully done, and you have to recognize, if you're Bucsa, these are the types of points you're going to have to play. You've beaten Mertens before, and you know it. And closes beautifully there.
She was so relieved, wasn't she, when that ball went up? She could finally put it away.
It's like, okay, it ain't going to be easy, but it's doable.
We've already had a 34-shot rally in this match. That one was 20. And she's been up to the net 13 times already to Mertens 0.
She heard you there. She's like, wait, I better get in behind that one. If I don't come in behind that, what am I going to come in on? And she's not getting in, Mertens, because Bucsa is hitting really hard. And she's hitting exceptionally hard off the forehand and much harder than Mertens. And I think that makes a difference because we know Mertens is a very good volleyer. Multiple slams. Your current Wimbledon doubles champion.
Yeah.
Well, she's following the recipe card right now.
30-40.
And her power, the power of Bucsa making an impact. And I love the way that she put a little air on that backhand. It had speed, but it also had some air.
Let's for service.
The first major doubles title came right here at the US Open alongside now world #1 in singles, Aryna Sabalenka. Remember that? Sabalenka used to play doubles with Mertens.
Yes.
And they were great together. Defeated to Azarenka and Barty in the championship match.
I remember that match, and Mertens, she was just solid, and Azarenka went wild. She was.
I don't believe you.
Oh my! She was just knocking the cover off the ball.
She doesn't do that.
I believe that I called that match, and it was just one of those things where you're like, oh my goodness gracious.
Advantage, Mertens.
A great combo, but Sabalenka then decided that she was going to pull away from doubles and concentrate on the singles. It's done it quite well.
Yes, it ended up being a smart decision, but doubles has missed out on Sabalenka because she was so good, and she could be as dominant as she could be on the singles court. She was the same in doubles.
It's when you get to see the lighter side of these players, isn't it? Jessie Pegula still likes to play a lot of doubles. Coco Gauff has pulled away, unfortunately, from the doubles format in recent years. Sabalenka doesn't play much either anymore.
And sometimes doubles can do so much for the spirit. I think for Coco Gauff, she was singles. You know, we know how the trouble she's been having, and with Montreal, where she was abominable, but played with McCartney Kessler and won it. And it just sometimes that can be just the thing that you need to just pick you up and bring your spirits up.
Advantage, Mertens.
She is such a feisty character, Elise Mertens. Her dogs, by the way, if you're interested, are looked after by her mum, Lillian, back at home. I know that's of a concern to everyone for a travelling tennis player when you've got multiple animals. Who's looking after them? Lillian, her mum, did travel with her as a few years ago. She was here helping Mertens.
Yeah, Mertens.
Well, that's a strong game. She faces her first break point of the encounter, comes through with flying colours.
1 game all, second set.
1 game all. Renaud Liechtenstein of France, our chair umpire. He's the man you can hear. Overseeing this match on Stadium 17. A high-quality affair. 52 minutes we've been playing so far. And Mertens is still dominating the shorter rallies, the ones between 0 and 4 shots. time the point goes above 5 shots, so Bucsa is now in the lead in that department. I wonder if she knows that.
And interestingly, the tablets that we have that we can look at, that's what they have in the coaching box if they choose to look. And you don't want to overwhelm your player with analysis during the match, but there are little reminders you can give them. Hey, if you extend the points, you're the one getting out on top. The players don't realize. You don't realize everything. As attuned as we think we are, as a player when you're on the court, sometimes you can come off the court and you're told blah blah blah. Like, really?
Yeah.
You think you knew everything, and you don't.
The eye test, the field test sometimes doesn't work. And the coaches, of course, as we know, now are legally allowed to talk to their players. Just brief little ideas, interruptions. Not a two-way conversation.
Well, not a lot on those forehands from Mertens, but what they had, it had depth, and she's moving it around the court, and danger time here for Bucsa.
3 break points for Elise Mertens here. She's taken 1 out of 6 so far. She'll fancy her chances. And despite her ranking being just inside the world's top 100, Bucsa is number 35 on the WTA Tour for breakpoints saved this season. It's been saving almost 60%. That indicates that Mertens will take one of these 3. And she certainly does. Just rock solid once again.
2 games to 1, second set by 1 set to love.
If she was a stock, you would want to hold Elise Mertens. And you'd want to hold her tightly because she is going places, and it's most likely a place in the 4th. In great shape here, Elise Mertens. Hasn't lost a set, hasn't even been close to losing one so far at this year's US Open. And she's on her way here. A set and a break on Cristina Bucsa in the pair's 3rd meeting.
Well, she's a little ruthless, is Mertens. Getting that break of serve, and some players relax a little bit. Oh, I just got that break, and you can just see she's going to be greedy, and it's going to be up to Bucsa to figure out a way.
Greedy's not a bad thing in this sport. 10 WTA Tour titles at singles already. On Hobart a couple of times, Lugano, Rabat, the Gibson Trophy, Monastir, twice, Singapore. And most recently that grass court title in the Netherlands. 22 doubles titles as well on the tour.
Well, that's 3 just fabulous first serves, and that at 115. And confidence growing for Mertens. She plays like this. I'm very proud that we spell our first names the exact same.
You just haven't got that at the end of your name.
Exactly. It was just Americanized.
40-15.
She gets Elisa. Everyone looks at mine and they still say Elsie. Like, no. Look how it's spelled.
I'm aligning myself with Mrs. Goff, Coco's mum.
Exactly.
Game, Mertens.
Another
Mertens
game
lead.
ticked off.
3 games to
I think
1.
ruthless is a
Second
good
set.
word for her because she doesn't look like it, does she? But she's got this unbelievable competitive streak. Mertens a good front runner, and she's getting closer. USOpen.org, your online home for point-by-point live scoring. Don't forget, highlights, real-time stats and draws. You can visit the official tournament site, usopen.org. It's got so much great information on that. Be there all day. You've missed the tennis.
15 love.
And that's her bread and butter shot, and actually hit that from not from the inside out position, kind of middle of the court. Found that angle, so difficult to do, but Mertens just has not allowed Bucsa to get set up to reel off those winners. Because of that, because she can do that. She can just redirect, and it's just so smooth, and she can be so repetitive with it. Just technically, it's so sound.
Mertens has won 27 out of 31 matches this year when she's won the first set. That bodes well for her.
30,
That's
15.
good from Bucsa. And now 16 winners to 15 unforced errors. Mertens has been more miserly.
Well, I held my
40,
breath.
15.
You come in hitting that overhead while you're moving forward like that, but handled it well. But these are the types of points that Bucsa's got to play. She's got to, unfortunately for her, play a little bit outside of her comfort level.
Game, Bucsa.
Raising the wrist profile.
Mertens
Bucsa
lead,
does
3
it
games to 2
beautifully
second
there.
sets by 1 set to love.
Has been broken for the second time today. Mertens on the front foot. She's got a look about her that says, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep grooving. And you can see if you got here on Stadium 17, a match which has lasted just over an hour now and is being led by the woman in your picture. It's been a very sunny day under the clouds. It's by a set and a break on Cristina Bucsa.
Love 15.
And Bucsa played one of the better games, one of her better games of the match, her last service game. Can she just use that momentum? And she's got to be thinking, can Mertens be this perfect, stay this perfect on serve? You've just got to hang in there.
$50.
And gosh, you thought, well, maybe she'll overhit one, and just finds the line.
Been serving so well today, hasn't she? Top speed, 116 miles an hour. She's been placing the ball beautifully. Finding her spots, hitting the corners.
Out. 30-15.
If you're making a tennis player, what you want is them to have the technique that you know will hold up under pressure. And that's exactly what you have with that Mertens backhand. No matter the situation, got the confidence that it's going to hold up.
40-15.
Serves pretty good also.
Coming for a quarter-final in Monterrey last week, Elise Mertens had 5 match points against the eventual champion Diana Schneider.
Game, Mertens.
Would have been disappointing to lose that match 3-6, 7-6, 7-6 against Schneider, but perhaps getting out of Monterrey and coming here to New York early was not the worst thing that could have happened. She is right in form.
And I think everyone saw Schneider was so great in Monterrey, but then came here and lost first round. So there are pros and cons to playing that week before and being so good.
How often do we see that a player wins the tournament the week before and then the next week loses early? Difficult to back tournaments up.
Oh, that was nicely done. And I'll say something about the forehand slice. It may be effective, but it's not that pretty. It's not. The backhand slice is a pretty shot to watch. The forehand slice is not a thing of beauty unless it's the drop shot of Alcaraz.
I was going to say, that is outstanding.
A thing of beauty.
It's the way he takes care of it, isn't it?
Sickening. Sickening in a good way.
Yeah. You're down with the kids, Elise. It's sick.
Oh, yes. C'est moi.
You told me you only spoke English.
That's right. and my high school French.
Multi-talented Elise Bergen. Should we start calling you Elise?
Yes. Oui.
Oh, that was another French word. Yes.
I don't want to overwhelm the audience. Goodness.
OUI.
Yeah, Bucsa.
For once, Elise Mertens misses her marquee shot. She was finished with that game.
And by 1 set to love.
It's Elise Mertens still out in front here, still very comfortable. She's only faced one break point throughout this encounter and saved it with no trouble at all. Misses Aryna Sabalenka. Sabalenka still has Leila Annie Fernandez to play. Elise Mertens trying to do her part here against Cristina Bucsa of Spain.
Let's for service.
And this is the game for Bucsa. She's got 2 chances if she can hold her own serve, but this is the game she's got to really try to dig in.
Oh, that was brave.
And from the get-go, because it was a very good first serve from...
I love 15.
I love that she's a little smile there. It's a really good first serve that she got back. And this one, oh, is it going in? I got to get in. She probably, had she known her last shot was going in, she would have been in a little sooner. But from the shoelaces, the swing volley, beautifully done.
5th time that Mertens has lost the first point of her service game. But she hasn't been broken. Points go the way of Bucsa. This is a chance.
And your Bucsa, and you got to say this game, you're going to have to beat me. I'm not giving you anything. And Mertens feeling it a little bit and makes the error on the side that she's not as comfortable on in the forehand.
Comes up with one of her biggest serves, 113,
Love
but
40.
misses the backhand. A little bit forced there from Mertens. She's blinked, finally. It's taken her an hour and 12 minutes to do so. 3 consecutive break points here for the Spaniard.
Yeah, and that wasn't anything you can do. I can still do it too. If I can hit the squash shot, and Mertens, as we talked about, she blinked, and you're Bucsa, and you got to take note of that. She bailed with that last shot, that drop shot at love 40.
Well, that's an incredible change, isn't it? Because Elise Mertens had only faced 1 break point up until that game, and now broken to love. So Cristina Bucsa right back in it, 4 games all.
Well, this is why you work so hard to keep a set close. And Bucsa, that's what she had done coming. You know, she got down that break of serve, but just continued to work hard on her own serve. And look at this. She got her opportunity, and now she's the one that looks like, I'm not going to give you a thing. Running balls down, hitting those squash shots, setting points up, drawing some unforced errors, even off the one off the backhand side of Mertens. Unheard of. Pressure is a funny thing.
It certainly is.
Now it's Bucsa who looks like she can't miss.
30 love.
A nice little spell here by Cristina, 27-year-old.
And I love that. You wouldn't know. Am I winning? Is she winning? Is she losing? She just doesn't. She doesn't give away much.
40 love.
Not completely. Not like Rybakina level. But Rybakina's in a world of her own with that.
She's got the ultimate poker face, hasn't she? Rybakina playing really well at the moment. Had a very
My goodness, yes.
impressive morning match against Sema Raducanu. I won't say any more, just in case you're going to go and watch that match back.
Oh,
there it is. Rubber stamp trademark shot from Mertens.
And if you're Bucsa, don't give her. Now it was 40 love, but don't give her the shot that you know she can build that confidence back. Try to pepper the forehand a little more. Put the pressure on there.
Game, Bucsa.
Oh, the serving is just
Italy is 5
improved by
into
Cristina
40
Bucsa.
sets.
Look at the
First set
placement,
better.
incredible. Out wide, that one particularly prolific. Gives her opponent a little long look because she is now sitting in front here after starting the set behind every game. She now between Elise Mertens and Cristina Bucsa, and it might just be going to 3 sets. We'll see. Mertens, who was the front runner with a break throughout this entire match, has now been broken back and serving to stay in the second set.
15 love.
And that first point, Elise, I imagine, would be very important for Mertens to win.
Absolutely. And of course, you've been playing so well, and you have that little blip on your service game, but you have to remember you're switching sides knowing, hey, we're still on serve if you look at it that way, rather than taking the negative. I was up the break, and oh my goodness, serving to stay in it.
It's important, isn't it, in tennis in particular, to sort of pull back the aperture and look at the big picture as opposed to sort of being concentrated on the fact that you've been broken to love last time out.
Didn't we say before this match you always have to look at the bright side of life? And the bright side, yeah, we're just on serve.
Monty Python boys said it best.
15 all.
It's just starting to be a few chinks in the Mertens armour. She barely made an unforced error until about 10 minutes ago. Now that number up to 12. 7 of the unforced errors have come in this set.
30-15.
That was beautifully struck, and the out wide serve when you hit your spot, it's just can be devastating.
She's really mixed up her placements very impressively, Mertens, on the deuce court. And 60% going out wide, 40% tee, and 50% of points when she's gone down into the body.
And for Bucsa, just feeling confident and comfortable, changed things up, went to the Mertens backhand, and she is getting some unforced off that backhand side, which we did not see. We did not see, as you said, any chinks in that armor.
And Christopher Heymans obviously wants to see a bit closer because he's finally taken the glasses off on a cloudy day. Wants to try and make eye contact, I suspect, with Elise.
40-30.
Great serve, big serve. Just a reminder that overall for the year, Mertens is number 9 on the WTA circuit for overall service points won. Just over 60%. To draw on her second serve here.
Deuce.
Her second serve has been a bit of a problem for Mertens in this set.
And that's the one thing you don't want. You do not want Bucsa just standing there without very little pressure on that forehand side and letting her tee off. Oh boy.
Oh, that was gutsy.
I'm very impressed. When I'm sorry that if I talk midpoint, but when I saw her go to that overhead, it was like, that was gutsy.
It was a Belgian waffle, wasn't it? But again, doubles play, you play quite a lot of that kind of shot. She plays doubles almost every week. Mertens will be playing doubles once again with Veronika Kudermetova here. Face Reese Brandmeier and Alanis Hamilton in their doubles match, second round.
Oh, my.
That was an interesting decision.
Deuce.
Was there a little panic there?
I think a lot of panic, and that's why that shot, if she's on the dead run and she needs to use that squash type of shot, that's good. But there was no need on that to just kind of hack at that forehand. The forehand that she hits through is a much better option.
Advantage
You can
Mertens.
see how much experience Mertens has, because she didn't get all down and didn't get flustered after the poor shot selection the previous point. Just went right back to work.
Yeah, Mertens.
Well, that was impressive by Elise Mertens. A difficult service game this time. She comes through it. And they're up at 5 games apiece. So now very much at the business end of set 2. Mertens up a break until the 8th game.
And when you're at this point of the set, the pressure goes back and forth from server to receiver, and now the pressure back on Bucsa. Knows she's got a hold.
And that's a great start.
And I will always say, it's amazing what a good first serve can do for you. It just sets the tone for the point.
Had no success, Bucsa going wide here on half of those points.
A nice depth from Mertens on that ball. You see where Bucsa was 3 or 4 feet behind the baseline, trying to hit a flat forehand.
That first point might prove critical. Bucsa winning it. She hasn't lost her serve after winning the first point today. Has been broken twice. A little warning light though now in the Spanish camp. And that's a big roar because Elise Mertens, the 19th seed, has 2 chances to get a break lead just what could be a very crucial moment.
We saw that injection of pace off the forehand side from Bucsa, and Mertens was ready for it. And just over anxious on the backhand, Bucsa. Poor shot selection over that high part of the net, but feeling that pressure at 15:30.
It's clipped the line. Incredible from Bucsa. Mertens gives it a good long look. No call's going to come.
And Mertens saying, I'm going to play a very controlled point, and you're going to have to come up with something special. And you know what? She did. It's got to do it again.
It's 23 racket winners off the Spaniard's racket now. Oh, that slice stayed nice and low, didn't it?
And again, going into the weaker wing, that forehand side from Mertens, where she's not as sure, especially when things get close, when things get tight.
We are watching a superb match here on Stadium 17. Elise Mertens has taken the first set courtesy of one break against Cristina Bucsa. Mertens up a break for most of the entirety of set 2. Bucsa answered back, and she's just saved a couple of break points here. Now a chance to move 6-5 in front.
Wow, I love tennis, but also love chess. And that was a chess point. There's so much to that one.
And Cristina Bucsa survives from 15-40, so she maintains her run of when she wins the first point behind serve, always holding. She has been broken twice today, but she leads 6-5 here in set 2 in this remarkable match, tempting to reach the round of 16 for the 6th time. What a career the 29-year-old has had, a former Australian Open singles finalist. She's won multiple women's doubles titles at Grand Slam level. She, of course, was a front runner, took the only break of the first set in the second game before holding out 6-3. Didn't face a break point in that opening set. Did face one early in set 2, but it was she, the Belgian, who broke for a 2-1 head start, held that lead until the 8th game. Now serving to stay in the set. And this their third meeting. 1-1 is the head-to-head record.
Well, you look at a match like this and you start to think, well, who has the pedigree in the bigger moments? And there's no question that that's Mertens. She's been there before. She's been to the quarters here twice, been to the semis of the Australian, and you know that she's dealt with these types of situations more than Bucsa has.
But Bucsa has 2 titles this season, doesn't she?
Yes. But what Bucsa has going for her, she's got one pretty big weapon on that forehand side, and she's good all around everywhere else.
Just composing herself here, Mertens. A little wind howling around this beautiful Stadium 17 with a capacity of up to 3,000. It's a circular stadium. The wind can get trapped, so to speak.
30-15.
And her first serve, I'm sorry, the first serve of Mertens was so good in that first set. I mean, she was, you know, we were seeing some serves that were like 113, 110, a lot of big first serves anytime any trouble might have been brewing, which it didn't off her serve, she was coming up with something big.
And from this side, she's been largely targeting the Bucsa forehand with the first serve. Buried it up more with the second.
Beautifully done. I wanted to just like drag her in after that forehand, and where she just redirected so wonderfully. Right here, you got to come in, and she did take a couple steps forward and won the point, but could have picked off a volley. She's so good at the net.
It's funny, isn't it? In doubles, we know what a brilliant double she is. 22 titles, but very rarely comes to the net in singles.
40-13.
That is a crackerjack of a return. 24 winners now for Cristina Bucsa, and 15 of them have come in this second set. She has upped her game. Just 9 unforced errors in the second stanza for Bucsa. That is world class.
You have got to be kidding me. 2 returns in a row in the deuce court. Just hit a howitzer, and then what does she do? The same thing in the ad court, and then just solid. Gets that volley above the net, makes no mistake. Just terrific all-around game.
She's girl next door silent assassin, isn't she? 50-50.
Perfect way to put it.
And here we go, a set point for Cristina Bucsa. That forehand letting Elise Mertens down, trying to not look too concerned about it. But these are worrying times for the 19th seed, who was in control for so much of this match. Well, she went for it. She pulled the trigger, and she just misses after another exceptional return.
And you certainly cannot fault that. And she's the one taking the risk. She's the one hitting harder. She hits bigger. And and Papa's like, okay, you know, not what I wanted, but honey, you did the right thing.
Drags the backhand just a couple of inches wide. Will that be Cristina Bucsa's only chance, only set point? We shall see. Mertens trying to drag this to a tiebreaker.
She's feeling it, and that's the side that breaks down. And here we go again. And Mertens, you never saw anything for a set and a half like this, but under pressure, it's a whole different world, a whole different ball game.
She's been under pressure so many times this season. Started it off with a final in Hobart. She lost to McCartney Kessler. She's since won Singapore on indoor hard courts, Mertens, and of course the Bosch title on outdoor grass. She's good under pressure generally. Set point number 2.
And nothing to it. Let me just 104. Just up the tee, hit my spot. Well, she could use another first serve here. The way that Bucsa is striking the ball, maybe the one out wide.
She's only gone body or wide with a second serve to the deuce court so far in the set. was the only shot because the ball stayed so low. She had to slice it.
And she hit maybe her biggest forehand of the match in the middle of that point, and Bucsa just handled it wonderfully. And just, you know, when you go for that low slice, you still got to be firm with that racket head, firm with your wrist, and just that was just way too much action on that.
Set point number 3 for Cristina Bucsa. And another hearty serve from Mertens. Mertens, as you said, Elise, has had most success in this set going wide with the first serve.
Well, if you go back to that 30-all point earlier where she went right at the body big and it just got answered with a huge return. Make her stretch out.
Will she, for the first time, put one down the tee with her second? 0 attempts, remarkable. She sort of did. The backhand misses wide. Nervy stuff from Mertens. Maybe lucky number 4.
Don't think we saw a miss on that backhand side for a set and a half. Here's another golden opportunity.
You know she's going to make the first serve. Absolutely clutch, Elise Mertens.
And she's dialed in. She's dialed in on that tee serve in the ad court right now.
Love the first serve here. This game coming up for 10 minutes. The tension is palpable. Fantastic play from Cristina Bucsa. Mertens was just hanging in.
Turned into an incredible point.
Advantage.
But I don't understand after the wide serve why Mertens didn't take that second ball on her backhand cross court. That point could have ended. But it's very difficult to think clearly when you're under so much pressure. It's easy sitting here, you know, to tell her what she should have done. But when you're living it, it's difficult.
That's an important number. Bucsa winning the majority of long points. And finally, she'll get a look at a second serve here. That has been Mertens' Achilles heel, winning second serve points in this set. 7 of 19. That's a success rate of just 37%. Fifth set points for Cristina Bucsa. Fantastic recovery and final point from Cristina Bucsa. She's got everyone on the edge of their seats. And we are a set apiece here on Stadium 17. We're going the distance. Bucsa versus Mertens.
And remember, from Bucsa, it was that slow start in set number 1 that got her in trouble. And I talked about that Mertens needed to just calm herself down a bit and use her backhand. But on the other hand, as you pointed out, it's the forehand that really let her down, and can Bucsa pick on that side and then set her own forehand up.
Slightly concerning for Cristina Bucsa. She's only won 4 matches this season when she's lost the first set. Lost 8 in a row from a set down. Raducanu, Sashnovich, Fernandez, Sierra, Dollarhide, Sigui, one away, and most recently Alicia Parks. That was in Monterey. Last won a match from set point down at the Queen's Club in June.
And some nice footwork there from Mertens, but it's setting it up with the backhand, that cross-court backhand, and then had the guts to step around and hit the big forehand.
It's a little lucky there with the net cord. Generally, the North American net cords tend to favour those who don't hit them rather than those who do. That one worked out rather well for the Belgian, who at least took herself off, didn't she, for a break after losing that second set. A little bit of a reset in terms of mind and physicality.
Beautifully struck first serve and found her mark. And now, do you think, how aware do you think that Bucsa is? Like, oh, when I lose the first set, I haven't been winning these matches. Tennis players are funny. Some know everything, and some like, wait, really? Hopefully, she's in the really category. Nice.
Oh, that's a tremendous start to this third and deciding set for Elise Mertens, who's 27 out of 31 this season when she's won the first set of a match. So a nice little reset for the Belgian. 1-love, her third break of this match.
Going well, and I need to right my ship.
It's a bit like life.
Yeah. Well, I always tell people, the beauty of tennis, it is a microcosm of life. I mean, what you experience in a match, these are the things. Tennis players leave their careers. They like, I've been through it all.
Yeah, I can come back from anything. You learn to lose a lot. You learn to be very, very resilient.
For most, they're playing singles and doubles. You're losing twice a week for the majority, and you can still say, I was darn successful. Losing almost twice a week, except those few weeks where I came out on top.
30 love.
For Elise Mertens, that's been more than most players. 10 singles titles on the WTA Tour, over 20 in doubles. She is a women's doubles major champion, semi-finalist at the Australian Open in singles 2019. That's her best result in the big ones.
And you watch Bucsa in this match, and part of you thinks she's done well, but what's held her back? Because she's really good, and even if you watch her on tape, you watch her game like, wow, she's got some weapons here.
30-15.
She has been as highly ranked as she. Cristina Bucsa is number 35. Mertens, a former world number 12. Just pulls that one wide. That was the shot that undid her second set. Mertens, the forehand, letting her down. Doesn't quite trust it sometimes.
And these are big points for both, but for Bucsa, got to be thinking right now, how can I set my point up to pick on that forehand? How do I, they've played a lot of chess. guess kind of like that. you just go at it. And when Mertens went to that slice, love the footwork from Bucsa, because those slices, they can be tough to handle if you don't have those feet moving. And I love the way she got under the ball, had the feet moving. Great execution.
Oh, excellent depth. Yes. Comes off the back of the line. Back to deuce.
I don't think he was telling her to lob there with that finger in the air, but I don't think he was saying hit the high ball, but some sort of signal.
Has been returning really well, Bucsa, but can't follow up. We'll try and find ways to extend the rally, because as we know from the numbers, Elise Mertens is absolutely dominating the points when they're shorter than 4 shots.
And I complimented her feet the previous point, moving up to that forehand, but there just need a little more footwork on the backhand side.
Yeah, Mertens.
And what a superb serve. Had a little slice. It was swinging away from Bucsa. So Elise Mertens backs up her break. 2-love. 74 ranking places between these two. It's been a nail biter. Mertens back in control.
We usually don't see much reaction from Bucsa, but a little fist pump there, and obviously you know she's going to stay engaged.
Can you take your seat quickly, please? Thank you, especially behind the player. Thank you.
Yeah, for more spectators hearing about this match and wanting to take a look. She's done that shot particularly well, because those shots can be very tricky.
I mean, every time I see that type of a point, you're holding your breath, because it's not easy, and especially when you're backing up like that, and then some of these overheads, you're moving into the court trying to hit them, and handled it very well. And such a big game for her to get these first serves in.
I'm just glad she didn't hit more than 2 overheads since you were holding your breath.
Hey, I can do a lap of the pole.
It's wondering if I had to bring my first aid skills into play. All right, so Bucsa holds to love. Important holds, but it's Mertens with the break. 2-1 in this deciding third set. They are playing for a place in the 4th round against either Aryna Sabalenka or Leila Annie Fernandez.
15-love.
Elise Bergen and Candy Reid on the call. And we've seen this before, Elise, early on in both sets. Before this one, Mertens has had a break leads. First set, she held it. Second set, she did not.
What was just interesting, first set and a half, she just cruised Mertens through those service games of hers, was serving well, was playing reasonably good first strike tennis, and then just had that one game where it just, you could see it right within your eyes. Goodness, hopefully he didn't have them all, but if he did, I'm impressed that he's still standing.
Those
Maybe
cups are very
maybe
nice.
it was water. Maybe it was water.
I think you're being slightly hopeful there. But those cups are very nice. Nice souvenir to take home. Got all the former champions written on them.
And here we go again. And this is where Bucsa has just grown in confidence in this match. Once she got that first break, you could just see an ease with which she started playing and became even more aggressive and so much more confident.
The second serve, points one, became more of a concern for Mertens as that second set progressed. There's another second serve coming here. Oh, and it can't have missed by much.
Gotta love the second effort, and Bucsa has talked about, you know, that her father came from an endurance sport, was a biathlete, and that and having endurance, she's always known as just so critical to tennis. And getting into this third set, making the second and third effort in that point.
And well done, Elise Mertens. Excellent depth there from both wings. And she sniffs out 2 breakpoint chances against. Bucsa has now converted 2 out of her 10 breakpoint opportunities.
Just handled the moment so far extremely well, those break points. And her service motion, we talked about what are the sides that you can repeat and repeat, especially under pressure. And for the most part, her serve, and we know the backhand is there. Redirected that backhand beautifully the prior point, and then hit her spot, that deuce point.
Sun coming out. It has been a cloudy past few hours. So many things to deal with on a tennis court, aren't there? You're often battling yourself, but also the conditions out here just keep changing.
Right, you've got yourself, you've got the conditions, you've got an opponent who you're not sure exactly what that person's going to do, if they've got something you haven't seen up their sleeve.
The variety of Bucsa continues to remain outstanding.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. How can you not be impressed with this variety? Look at the depth on that forehand. We saw the backhand, the slice on that side, and then she's just flawlessly following things in, and that overhead has been exceptionally good.
Another break point chance here for the 27-year-old. And this time she takes it. That weapon that is the Cristina Bucsa forehand. There is its beautiful head once again. Dad staying very calm in the stands, but he must be delighted with his daughter's effort out here. She's broken back. 2 games all, third set.
Well, he has to be calm. Remember, he comes from a world where he had to ski really fast, and then he had to stop and shoot because he was a biathlete. So he was used to that.
You can stay connected to the US Open, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open. I'd love to know which way you think this match is going.
Yeah, let us know, because right now it's Bucsa who she is on a roll, and she's the one with the bigger power off the ground, especially that forehand side, and that's the side. If you could pick a side, I was going to say, if you can pick a side where you want to be big, where you want to make the most impact off the ground, it's off the forehand, because you can hit big from more parts of the court. You can hit big from inside out. You can hit big from the extremes. The backhand doesn't give you as much area to hit a big shot. No, if I could pick one weapon, I would want the big forehand. As much as a great backhand is incredible.
Christopher Heyman, the boyfriend and coach of Elise Mertens. Together they've had such a successful collaboration. Is she going to taste more success out here today, though? Mertens looking to reach the round of 16 for the 6th time here at the US Open. It's in jeopardy.
40-15.
And Bucsa's beaten her before, so that she has. She knows what it's like to beat Mertens. Who's got the pedigree? Mertens does. She's been in these big moments before. She's experienced this much more than Bucsa. This would be the biggest win for her in a slam.
Yeah, Bucsa.
And the Spanish number 3 on top once again. Incredible work. 3-2, third set she leads. Exactly what is the problem. But let's see how she fares now. She has rejoined Stadium 17, serving at 2-3 down in the third set, having had an early break lead, just as she did in sets 1 and 2. Doesn't look altogether comfortable, does she? That first point, there was a little bit of a grimace there.
Yeah, and 83 miles an hour. She was serving at, I mean, at times in this match, she served at 113. Her biggest has been 116. And that's some real pop.
And that was a little test for Mertens, having to go out to the right. Doesn't recover particularly well going to the other
15 all.
corner. It's not easy for Bucsa to play in the circumstances we are.
No, and just so impressed with that running forehand there. Just picks up where she left off after you've been sitting for close to 10 minutes.
The other thing, of course, for an opponent who's not injured, playing one that might be, is you're thinking, how bad is it? How hard should I go? Should I just get the ball in? Should I go for winners?
Should I try to hit a drop shot to see how she's moving?
We know overthinking it and this sport don't work very well together.
It's just, as I say, it can be very dangerous when you're alone with your thoughts. So that's why I'm very
15
impressed with
13.
how Bucsa has come back out here after this break, just sticking with what she's done so well. And she's the one that's got the bigger injection of pace off the ground, and we're seeing it, especially off that forehand side.
This is going to be a real test here for Mertens. 15-30, 6-game third set. And again, once the point goes longer than 4 shots, Cristina Bucsa is dominating. Concerned look there from Mertens towards Christopher Paymans. 2 great points for Bucsa coming up. New bat, new stick. Can she get the dampener in? It's sometimes tricky. I might need some help here. Has she done it? She has. Oh, no, she hasn't. These are tricky sometimes. Can Dad do it? Yes, he can. Yes. That's what dads are for. Now we know.
Took all this time.
30-14.
Second break point chance. And well done, Elise Mertens.
Yes.
So Elise Mertens has just saved a couple of break points in this 6th game of the third set.
Advantage, Mertens.
She's been off the court for a medical timeout. Struggling with what could be a back injury. Clearly not feeling too comfortable out there. But we know she is so tough between the ears. If anyone can come through this, it is the Belgian.
And the previous serve, her biggest in a long time, hit that at 113, which was a great signal for her. Don't know if I would have changed rackets if I was Bucsa when I got up that 15-40, even though those second delays make a difference.
Yeah, Cristina Bucsa changed her racket with Mertens serving 15-40. I can only suspect that one of those strings was broken. Because why would she have done it otherwise? She's just lost 4 points on the bounce. 3 games all. We certainly didn't hear a racket string snap, and they very seldom do these days.
Love 15.
And it's just amazing how tides can turn and things can turn that match around. And I'm telling you, that racket change, she was in such a groove. She was controlling things, and it was 15-40. All of a sudden, you know, can't get the dampener in and the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, here we are.
I wasn't far away from making. That would have been nasty had it gone over.
Well, her movement looks pretty good, Mertens here, and what a point. Look at that angle and almost squash shot, almost extraordinaire, but didn't quite get it. And that is the first point Bucsa wins since being up 15-40 a previous game.
30-15.
Talk about spreading the court. That previous point, just incredible. Mertens was outside the tram line, the alley. Trying to squash shot and forehand back in play.
That's a really nice 1-2. What a big first serve can do for you when you hit your spot, and it's not necessarily how fast you hit it. It's can you hit your spot? Can you hit your target?
Again, Bucsa.
Well, she does it again, Bucsa. A wonderful time for a second ace. Landing her first serve 80% of the time in this deciding set. And that keeps her in front here. 4-3 now in the third set. And she's had a little bit more work done on her back as the players change ends. What could be the final time, we shall see. Mertens serving at 3-4 in the decider, playing for a place in round 4 here at the 2025 US Open. It's been a fabulous match. Both players still with more winners than unforced errors. Mertens, a former back-to-back quarter-finalist here in New York. 10th main draw appearance.
Well, sometimes when you're ailing it, you just say, okay, I'm just going to loosen everything else up and go for it. And that, her biggest forehand of the match. And sometimes when she goes for a forehand like that, she can hit the fence. But that time, just excellent, crucial. And is she going to become more dangerous now because she feels like she has to go for more?
We're getting to the business end of the match here on Stadium 17. Elise Mertens has just thrown in the second double fault of the encounter. 4 aces for the Belgian. It wasn't the most perfect backhand approach shot, was it? She let it drop a little bit.
Yep, wasn't as elegant as it usually is when she's moving forward, but we haven't seen her come in that much, and even just the move forward and the move coming in put that pressure under Bucsa to go for something a little more, and just keeps herself in front in this game.
Now, she went down the tee on that serve. Only been winning 20% of points when she's done that here in the third set.
Yeah.
She's been winning 100% when she's gone out wide at the ad court.
Yep, and gingerly walking, and didn't move that well to that backhand where she usually moves so well to that side. So she most likely needs to end points more quickly.
And I wonder if that was a mistake again on the placement of the serve. When she's gone down the tee, she's not winning anywhere as near as many points as when she goes out wide. Does she know that?
As we often discuss, you know, sometimes it's just hard to think clearly, and she's got this issue now, and thinks she's just trying to get herself through this match somehow.
You think she's maybe not thinking as clearly as she might due to a possible back injury. Elise Mertens up against it now. It's long. And Cristina Bucsa, the 27-year-old from Moldova, will have the chance to finish it off behind serve. Can she hold her nerve here? The world number 95. Playing for a place in the 4th round of the US Open. Her previous tournament best result, 2nd round 3 years ago.
Oh, just so good from Bucsa. Again, we see that she's just so good all around the court. Leaned into that forehand, absorbed the pace, and watch how she just moved forward effortlessly with that volley. Just world class there.
She has been phenomenal coming forward today. Cristina Bucsa has come forward 35 times. She's won 74% of those points.
Let's second service.
But will nerves take hold? She has never been into the round of 16 in a major.
That is huge. It's such a huge stepping stone for any player.
And regardless of the way she's feeling, Mertens will know that her opponent might just stutter a little bit here.
And we know Mertens has been here several times. Former Grand Slam semifinalist, 2 times in the quarters here at the US Open. Even a little ailing, she's not going to go away. And now you can see why Bucsa's beaten her before. This is their 3rd time playing, and Bucsa has beaten her before and knows that she can, and is so far handling this moment very well.
2 points from victory. And the 3-ranked Spaniard. This could be the longest and hardest 2 points of her life. 2 hours and 40 minutes played. She has been spectacular. She took Alexandra Ayala down to earth in her last match. Ayala had beaten Clara Towson from 1-5 down in the 3rd set. That was a brilliant win for Bucsa. And now Raw goes up. 2 hours and 41 minutes. She's got a match point. Cristina Bucsa is into the round of 16 at a singles Grand Slam for the first time in her career. Fights back from a set deficit against Elise Mertens. 74 places between them in the world rankings. The world number 95 is delighted to get through this one. What a competitor. The silent assassin meets girl next door has done it. And that is a lovely hug, embrace with her team and her father. They've done it together. They've done it the hard way, but they've done it. That's all that matters.
Oh, my goodness. Down a set and a break. Gets that break of serve and really never looked back. Such composure, but also such offensive, just that combination of great offense, superb defense. Had an all-around game on display, did it all, served well, hit the forehand big, moved beautifully, and finished points off at the net. You couldn't find a weakness anywhere in her game, and that's why for the first time in her career, she's moving on to the 4th round of a Grand Slam,